up, Sages? Welcome to my channel and to your September 2019 love reading. We're going to take a look at the connection with the person you're interested in or dealing with and see where that connection's at, what you need to know, what you need to avoid, how things are looking. Alright, if you are new to my channel, thanks for joining me, guys. If you like how I do things, hit subscribe and comment giveaway down below, and I will get you set up into my monthly reading giveaway. Alright, hey, get in there. And if you're returning, same rules apply. Thank you for all of your dedication and support to my channel. As always, I love you guys. You are amazing. I appreciate all of your support. Alright, so, what's going on here? One sec, y'all. Okay, I am going to go over singles and partners. And there will be an extended available to go over blockages, actions to take, what you need to know that's influencing it, things like that, alright? Alright, the link for that will be below, along with information on my private readings, my crystal healing products, my membership information, schedules, all that jazz, alright? You can reach me on Instagram too, guys, earthlyenergies1111, and this is a general reading, so take what fits and leave the rest. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, Sagittarius, what's going on for you guys? Five of Pentacles in the reverse for the overall energy here. Page of Swords. King of Swords in reverse for the person you're dealing with. Huh, did you block them off? You're being a bit cocky. Alright, so some kind of a loss here. Someone's not feeling so good, or you're coming out of it. There was some kind of a past situation. This is for my singles, by the way. For my singles. Alright, so you're actually a little bit cautious about kind of giving that first move, okay? A little bit maybe skeptical or resentful from the past kind of a situation. Somebody was very hurtful, very blunt, very opinionated, very sharp with their words, and that did not sit so well with you. So you're kind of a little bit cautious, okay? And what's coming? The Emperor. But you've got a very well-structured and solid opportunity coming your way, I see. So, astrologically, guys, we've got a lot going on this month. Okay, we've got Mercury, Venus, and the Sun entering Libra, and we've got Saturn going direct in Capricorn. Basically meaning that all of your limitations, your self-worth, all of the things that make you you, they're going to be tested this month. You're going to be tested on whether or not you're going to stick to what is good for you, or are you going to go a different route. Communications are going to be highlighted this month, okay? So if you guys are having that big conversation in general with whoever, serve or suffer kind of energy. If you want to be harmonious and constructive and make this work, and don't jump the gun, don't jump to conclusions, just let it ride out to the end of it and watch and see, observe to see what happens, that's what's going to get you what you want. If you're like, oh, no, this is shit, okay, cut off. That's going to be a little bit harder for you to get through. For those of you who are kind of on the rocks with somebody or recently came out of something with somebody, be cautious about that energy, especially if it's something you kind of do want to pursue. You don't want to give that impression that this is alternatively, right? What you do want to do is come to terms with things, okay? Be on the same page. Three of Swords with, is this love? Three of Swords. Too many cards, too many cards, too many cards. What's the influencing energy? Four of Swords in the world. I keep getting this message like there's something that is going on that there's something about structure that keeps creating an upheaval here. Something came in my mind about a characteristic of some kind from somebody, something that's just not settling so well, and it keeps coming up and becoming the problem. But I don't think it's enough of a problem to end the relationship for some of you. The influence is something about, you keep like trying to deal with it, and you keep like, yeah, it's not that big of a thing, but it's like at some point you're like, oh my god, I can't deal with that anymore. And it's not because it's like terrible, it's because you guys haven't come to terms with it. It's not something you can appreciate about each other. Instead, it's like it's becoming the reason for things becoming difficult or bad or whatever. But you want to avoid putting that control on the control of somebody's being, self, their body, their resources. Every zodiac has a strength and a weakness. There's a reason for that. One, you use as a tool for your life, whether it's to master stuff or to help you get through your weaknesses. But the other ones are lessons. They're things you learn through life. Nobody's born with none. So the point is, if you try too much to control somebody's weaknesses as opposed to letting them learn through them, then one, you're going to cut off the relationship. Two, you're just disabling them from learning because now they feel bad for learning. And three, you make yourself look like somebody you're not. All because of an emotion or misunderstanding here. What do you need to know? The Hierophant. Okay, guys. Traditionally speaking, you don't want to jump the gun, right? Read a book by its cover, or judge a book by its cover, sorry. And you certainly want to look deeper before you make any decisions, whether it's to move into a stable foundation with somebody or whether it's observing one that you've already had in place or however you want to look at it. But what you need to know is I do see potential here for you guys. I do see potential, but it's going to take coming to terms with the who you are part and working well together, being patient with each other, using your intuition and being calm and guided, but guiding each other rather than trying to tell each other. It's about being in that 100% confidence on your own, and the other person also reciprocates that about you, and you reciprocate to them with their qualities and characteristics. It's a very nice give and take if you're willing to do so. Okay. Affirmation for positive change. There can be positive change here as long as you guys are willing to take off the, all of the fancy pants and really just kind of put it all on the table and be like, I'm not so fancy. I'm actually just normal, and I'm on this exploration with you, and we're doing this together, and let's just do this shit, right? If you guys can both do that together and affirm for positive change together, oh, it's going to be like really hot. And lasting. Just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. Okay. Now for my partnership, Sag partners. Alright, September 2019. What's the overall energy? The Hangman. Shit. Alright, and the Sun for you, Sag. And the Knight of Cups for who you're dealing with. Sun in reverse. Sorry. You're stuck on some kind of decision. Some kind of something that happened. Not sure which way to go with it. But the person you're dealing with is the one who delivered that. So now you're trying to figure out how you feel about this situation, because it's not making you feel very optimistic, like there's a whole lot of opportunities here, vitality to work with. If something is certainly not clear with this Knight of Cups. It's like everything was going well, and then it just shut off. Everything goes well, and then it just shuts off. You're good, you feel great, everything's flowing, and then it just shuts off. That's frustrating. Six of Pentacles. Is this love? High Priestess in reverse. Well, that's what you're trying to figure out here. I mean, there's a connection, and you feel like there's more going on than you're seeing. But you're trying to figure out if this is going to be something that goes on all the time. Is this something bigger? Or is this person just got issues? Okay, the Three of Cups. Is it going to last? Yeah, it's going to last. I mean, there is a deep connection here. What's going on? What is all this regarding? Justice in reverse, the Moon in reverse. A secret coming out. So something could have come out as far as a third-party situation. It is possible. I think for most of you, though, it's something to do with yeah, you guys just not seeing eye to eye on something, not being able to be consistent with something, or just with the relationship in general. But there is a lack of balance right now regarding some kind of an illusion or something in the background. We need to avoid giving any unnecessary attention that could confuse the decisions that the other side needs to make. Does that make sense? That was very specific and slow. For those of you who do have somebody that's maybe hasn't been quite honest or has done some things that they should not have done, don't be naive about this, okay? You don't want to become part of the competition, but you also don't want to deal with this aggression that comes from somebody's decisions like that. Usually the next move is animosity, okay? And some type of, that guilt has to release somehow. That conscious, that, has to come out. So if you see something going on and you see red flags and you don't address it and you let it go, you could be stepping into a false persona of happiness and more confrontation than you want, more conflict rather than balance and justice here. Action to take. I knew that was going to come out. It was staring at me, the High Priestess, earlier. Yeah, there's more going on here than meets the eye, guys. Let me get some clarifying cards here. It's the Moon and the Justice card here. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, Ten of Cups and Five of Wands. And then we've got the High Priestess here in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. What you need to know. Okay, there's a couple groups going on. Okay, so for a group of you, we've got a lack of just coming together to make this work. Okay, it's just a lack of effort. It's a lack of, sticking this out and not running away when it gets tough or it gets serious or whatever. And what you need to know is this person has withdrawn right now to find themselves with regard to this, with regard to you. I feel like some of them might feel like you're a little bit smothering, is the message I'm getting, or that's just their feeling, it's their perception, and they also feel like they can't come out and express themselves in a way that would make things better. It's like they feel like expressing things with you always goes the other direction, or it's always this always thing is coming in my head, but they're feeling like they can't move forward. They can't come away from this whole situation and just have harmony when it comes to communicating with you. They feel like it's constantly just all over the place, or it's never balanced. They can't feel safe, so they have to withdraw. And that's kind of the issue here. That's what you need to know as far as where they're at with things. Now, for others of you, because I have so much of this High Priestess in reverse, the Moon, I see so many secrets here. I'm feeling like, and the Empress in reverse here, with the Hermit and the Six of Swords, it's possible that they've started speaking to somebody else as well. I hate throwing that shit out there because it just makes it really tense for no reason for some people, because it's not what's going on for all of you. It's just for a small group of you. there is either they're thinking about somebody, it's someone from their past on their mind they haven't let go of, or they are the word just left me, hosting the idea. It's not the there. You guys are, half of you have already figured out the word before me, but anyway, they are thinking and pondering on this idea of considering doing something like that, speaking with somebody new, or maybe they've gone within and they're speaking to somebody else regarding you. Okay, it's something like that. But with regard to a third party, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So somebody is not coming out here and releasing this information. This is the secret. Something about the Lovers and not coming out here. Am I being honest and straightforward? So for some of you, it is another person. Okay? Whether they're thinking about this other person or they're actually with this other person, my intuition and soul sees it the same, because either way, it's not, there's no longer any dedication. You know, that loyalty is out the door already. So to me, I find it already cheating. If somebody's thinking about somebody else, entertaining the idea of somebody else, they're, you know, going and spending time with that person, all of that, same category to me. But that's just me. I've got plenty to offer. I don't need anybody to supplement in any direction or any area. I'm all you need. That's the attitude that you're supposed to be feeling anyway, right? But there's been a lack of that, and I do see that. Okay. Message for you. Follow your dreams. Rebirth and reinvention. Okay. Depending on your situation, guys, it's going to be different. Some of you, you're following a new set of dreams. You're going into it, this rebirth and reinvention, especially if there's another person involved. For those of you, and that's your situation, I don't see you recovering from this. I see you moving on to this. It's just something different. A new person, a new life, a new relationship. Okay? This month is the month if that's going to shift. We're getting into 2020, all about solid foundations, all about making, planting those roots and seeing them grow in harmony, peace. That's where you're wanting to go. And if you're coming out of a karmic relationship, now's the time to get that away so that you can get into that next one. Because you're going to be very flirty, very fun, very confident next year, and it's not going to last too long before you're going to be taken, okay? But get yourself into that rebirth. For others of you, there's a rebirth coming, and this person is trying to get their own desires and needs correct in their own life here before they can come forward. But I do see them developing into that mind frame. I do see that. So that should hopefully help give you kind of an indication where it's going, okay? All right, lovelies, I hope that helps for the month of September. Have a beautiful month, and I'm going to go ahead and get into your extended. Alright, lovely Sag. So, for my singles here, Three of Swords in the reverse, clarifying current energy and kind of where everybody's at with things. So, coming out of a heartbreak. Four of Cups in the reverse for, is this love? What's the influence? Okay, so we've got somebody's maybe perhaps a little bit bored with the situation, or they're just bored with the lack of being honest with each other, because that was kind of a big message that I got. Following destiny, being able to see accomplishments and give each other that harmony and that balance, integrate that type of mentality. That's what we're doing here, okay? We're ending an old way and changing into a new, something more positive and something more balanced, okay? Avoid just trying to make the other person change or feel like they're not enough. Okay, you want to avoid that. And this other person, the person you're dealing with, wants to avoid that too. They're going to want to do that. King of Cups, what you need to know. There is a beautiful connection here. It is loving. It is abundant. It does have potential. The hidden fact is, it actually could be the person for you. But all of these facades have to come out onto the table, and you guys have to be together in this. You are together. You are a brand new one, right? You bring your pieces together, and you're a solid unit. That's what you're doing. You're just stepping it up here, and as far as your the dedication and where this relationship's meaning lies. I mean, you're just moving up with that, okay? The blockages. You guys have a tendency to block each other off. You have a tendency to be quite cold towards one another, and to completely kind of shut it down, like, I'm not doing this anymore, just forget it. No more recognition. So you definitely want to avoid those blockages, okay? Especially if it's something that really isn't worth it. It's just painful, or it's difficult, or it's frustrating, or whatever. Okay, if you want to unblock this, you guys are going to have to come together and recognize each other. Your efforts, their qualities, the downfalls, everything. Put it out there, love each other for it. Show some damn pride, okay? Everybody needs to show some damn pride for who they are. All of it, all the pieces, even the shit that's annoying to some and annoying to you, and you know that thing's annoying to them, and this is annoying. Everybody's got something, okay? But we can't live our lives just being like, I don't like that, I don't like that, you're not supposed to do that. No. Okay. Influencing factors. The devil. Yes. You're trapping yourselves in each other's minds and playing puppeteer. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You guys are equal. And if you're not, get equal. And if you can't, get somebody else. Queen of Swords. Alright, actions to take. Get clear, get conscious, get aware, start communicating. This is not a time to be nervous. Okay, it's a time to have a rational approach. Rational approach. Not King of Swords approach. In reverse. Which is a smart-ass, cocky asshole. You want to be an intuitive, straightforward, you guys put it out on the table, this is how it is, I love you, we're doing this, done. Or, I'm not doing this anymore because all you're doing is da-da-da-da-da. If it's toxic, you're going to know. If it's something that you're wanting change and for the positive, and some of you are going to have to sit and meditate on this. You know, what's really going on? What do you really want? Is it something you really, deep down inside, feel it's going to move forward? Or deep down inside, you're like, oh, man, I already know. You know, you're going to have to take a moment and find out. Actions to take anything further or advice. The Death card in reverse. So, some of you are avoiding a change and an end. And others of you, this is about fixing something because it's not over. That's up to you guys to decide on your situations, okay? On how that means. But I am getting that those of you who are just having this kind of issue with facade and communication, stability, you know, being just kind of in it to win it, the issue is that somebody's not saying it. I really want this, but I'm scared. Or I really want this, but there's this, you know. There's potential, but you guys are going to miss the opportunity if you don't express it. Alright, message for my singles, extended information, sun and the stars. Alright, meditate, you guys. Yeah, if you need clarity on what is light and what is darkness, sit and give yourself that moment to think and to feel, okay? And overall, it's about giving unconditional love to yourself first. Once you establish how that applies to this relationship, then you can give your love, okay? Then you can give your love. Okay. Now for my partners here. Current overall feeling, I've got the Six of Pentacles. Is this lasting? I've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. Influencing energy, the Star card. Five of Swords for what to avoid. Hidden facts. King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, blockages, Ace of Swords, contributing factors, the Four of Wands in reverse, and the World in reverse. Actions, Four of Swords, and Vice. Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, a lot of you, even if it was something to do, a lot of you are coming out of a karmic relationship, you guys. That's what I'm seeing here. Or at least if this is someone that you are going to move on with, you are really not showing a lot of love this month. You're really kind of putting the foot down. Okay, so current energy, Six of Pentacles. I tried to come out in reverse, so it's overall saying that you had this earlier, I'm pretty sure. There's a loss here, a loss that needs to be rectified, or at least acknowledged and validated. But the overall energy is about this imbalance here. Imbalance in either time with each other, okay, having those resources available for one another. But where this connection is at, and if this is love, we've got, the weight is kind of lifting here. More than me seeing things actually progressing, I see the weight lifting, and I see more opportunities kind of coming your way. The Star card for, is this love, and as far as influencing energy, and everything that's happening is about your wish fulfillment. Whatever you've brought in to manifest from your past, all this manifesting that you've been doing, everything that's happening is pushing you into the direction of your ultimate wish fulfillment. Having that fact just there and being solid with that is going to help you tremendously here. Okay, because we've got this hidden information. This person is not being straight up with you, whether it's with emotions, a past person, a person they're dealing with now, how they truly feel about you. That's really what I'm seeing and feeling, is that this person is kind of lost an interest and they're not being upfront with it. Okay, they're coming off like, yeah, oh yeah, you're it, and you're it, and you're it, but then all of a sudden it's like, but the actions aren't matching, right? They're not making sense. So the blockage here is being able to communicate that. You guys aren't able to come forward and say, hey, listen, you say you are, but you're not. Okay, so what the hell? The contributing factors are there's no, again, they're saying, oh yeah, I'm not done with this. We're going to keep moving forward here, but there's no commitment, there's no dedication, there's no action being taken on actually making that happen. That is the problem here. Okay, the actions to take, we've got being able to look at things and quietly prepare yourself. Contemplate and evaluate, look at things. That's kind of, I feel like, what you're doing. I'm also getting, this is a moment to accept what's happening. Not to avoid it, not to run from it, not to continue the facade, not to be naive. This is a time to accept that, look, oh, that's really weird. Okay. So you guys, when I have shit going just down, things are just, a tower moment happens. When I have a tower moment, I have tornado dreams. It's really funny that she's got a tornado in her dream, or in her background there. Okay, so this is basically about looking at things and seeing that there's toxicity going on, that you can't do anything about it, and they have to do something about it. Or there's something you're missing. Okay, but it's wreaking havoc in your background until you pay attention and actually come to terms with that it's happening. It says right there, fate. Fate has to do with what's going on. This is about fate, you guys. Alright, affirmation for healing the heart in reverse. So until you can heal your heart, no one's heart can even move forward here. And I'm not sensing this is about healing with this person, you guys. Which is weird because I know it's not for all of you, but I guess it's a big group of you. Or that's the group that needed to get the message this month. That's kind of what I just was told. So, we'll stick with that. Alright, lovelies. Shit, that was an interesting message. Alright, perk it up, buttercup, because it's going to get better. Alright, just stay positive. Much love to you guys. I hope that that helps give you some clarity. At least you know. At least you know the truth. All right, guys. Have a fantastic month, and I will see you for your next readings. Reach out and let me know if you want to look at your personal situation. Okay, feel free. All right, and if you guys are, if it's in a struggle, just let me know. I will definitely work with you just so you can get you some clarity. All right, much love, guys. Bye.